health and fitness industry since the ripe old age of 16. What am I?
You're 16.
I'm going to be 34 this year. So that means...
Wow, you are getting old.
I am. And I've also got the revolutionary COVID-19 haircut, standard.
It's not the usual, is it?
Yeah. So this is
normal for Rob.
This is very much unlike my usual surroundings of a gym in central London. But yeah, I've been in the industry now for 15 plus years. I've been what have I been?
What did you start off at? How did you get into the industry in the start?
To be really frank with you, so I at school I loved PE. I loved running around, and to be honest with you, anything that involved chasing a ball around rather than being sat still and focusing, I was much more focused on. And then I went to college. I went to.
I don't even know this about you, by the way. It's not as if we've just put this on for a video. I genuinely don't know how you came into the industry.
No, we never had that conversation.
Never, ever, we.
No, 8 years ago we said, right, let's do some work together. Okay. No checking my qualifications, nothing like that.
No, there's nothing. There's no need.
No.
Okay, cool. Where did you first? I know you first worked at David Lloyd, was it or not?
No. So I started off. So first off, I went to college, studied DTech National Diploma in Sport and Exercise Science, and then I was kind of like, well, what am I going to do? And then it was my dad that goes to me, I think you should be a personal trainer. I'm like,
really?
I don't even know what that is. Like, I
genuinely... Is he into fitness and that then?
Nah, he just said,
really?
you get on with people, you like sport, these two things carry together, so you need to go do that.
Yeah.
And then I remember my first day on the course, and they were like, right, we're going to go into the gym. And I'm like, oh, the gym, what's that? I'd never been in.
Where was that? Where do you do your course?
So I did it up in Milton Keynes, and it was it was with Premier. Do you remember the days of Premier where it was like...
They're still going. Like, yeah, I done mine with Premier as well.
4.5 months or something crazy, and now you can do it in about 3.5 days.
I think mine took longer than that. Like, I done my level 2 and level 3 separate.
Did you?
Yeah, because I wanted to start teaching classes.
Did you?
Yeah, that was my in.
What you missed the
fitness industry?
Spandex stuff.
Yeah, spandex. Yeah, no, like that was totally different. I done my 12 weeks level 2 to get into the industry. 12 weeks it took me to do my level 2 with a company called Sport Train. What's that?
Were you kept back, were you? Is that what you mean by 12 weeks?
No, it was a part-time course. So I went to Neath College. No, it wasn't college. It was Llandarcy. It was this place in Neath, basically a gym. Yeah. And they had this level 2 course. I can't remember who actually told me. I started training.
Yeah.
And I started loving like weight training. And I thought, I want to do this for a living. And that's how I started. And I was like, what can I do first? Because I don't want to be standing behind reception like what I saw gym people doing. I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to actually teach. And that's how I came in. Yeah. And my first thing was I'd done a spinning course with who was that with? It was like some Welsh kind of governing body.
Yeah.
Probably not legit.
Like that? Huh?
No, it wasn't exercise to music. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just And then I done a circuit training course. Who needs to do a circuit training course?
Set them up in a circle, and if you spend and you keep going around the same way. No,
it took like 2 days. It took 2 days. This course to teach a circuit training. Yeah, go on. Back to you.
Yeah.
Back to you.
So from that. So what did I do? So I did that course. Then I went to. I remember driving around, like with my CV, going, "Come on, give me a job." And I think I just become 7. I think I just got 17. Maybe I just turned 17. And I remember driving around, and I got a job first off. I got offered a job at Fitness First, and I was like, Dad, I'm set. I'm not going to any of those.
Where was that? What Fitness First would that be?
Oh, Kensington. I think it was Kensington.
Oh, really?
First, yeah. So I was like, right, I'm in. I'm done. I don't need to search anymore. And he said, no, you've been offered this other recruitment day. He said, you really should go and try that out. And I was like, he just told me some real gem. He's like, look, and no interview's a wasted interview. Go and see the opportunity. Go and have a look at it. See what you think. You might think it's a load of rubbish and you never want to do it again, but you can't make that opinion by not turning up. so I went along. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was a whole day. And
Who was this for?
This was for Holmes Place.
Okay, I remember
this
them.
was the likes of, the Master
You know
Trainer.
who Holmes Place are, or were?
Who were Holmes?
You know the guys that brought in the UK were, the people that own Bankside?
Oh, yeah.
It's them. It's them
Really?
guys. Yeah. It's the two brothers that own the Bankside.
Oh.
They brought Holmes Place into the UK, I think.
Well, Aaron.
Don't quote me on that. That's it.
Aaron.
Those two guys. And then it got taken over by VA, didn't it? Virgin Active.
Yeah.
And then now they've been bought out by David Lloyd.
How small is this industry, man? Because
it's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. Everybody knows everybody in the industry.
The amount of conversations you have, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've seen you do it." I'm like, "Oh, that is really scary." Okay, fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
From there, what happened then? So where did you work first?
So from the thing that sold it for me was the recruitment day, because they basically set up a whole day, and you went and did. I think we had to reenact a part from Greece, which I mean, I've never seen.
Really?
Yeah, you got well out of your comfort zone. You had to kind of develop a bit of a character. What was your personality like? How do you deal with pressure? How do you deal underneath that sort of pressure? And I just absolutely thrived. I loved it. And I was a complete geek. I took like 20 questions I was going to ask my manager.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing. Nothing. I got 100 questions. Got 4 minutes. I don't care. I've got 100 questions. I'm going to ask you 1, 2, 3 to 100.
Yeah.
So I went to there, and then I started at Virgin Active in Holmes Place in Hendon, the old cinema. And yeah, I turned.
Hendon's North London as well, isn't it?
Yeah, North London.
Northwest.
Northwest. Yeah, no, I'd say not. Is it North London? Sure, it's North London. It's got to be Golders Green, those sort of places. And then what did you do? So when you decided you didn't want to be a receptionist and you wanted to dance?
Yeah, so when I came out to school like nothing, like 3 GCSEs. I didn't really know what to do.
You only took 3 though, didn't you?
Yeah, they only allowed me that.
Yeah.
So when I came out of school, I worked, where did I work first? I worked labouring with my cousin, bricklaying.
Did you?
Loved it.
Did
Such
you?
a good laugh. And that's what I'd done then. I went to college to do level 2 bricklaying and an apprenticeship. Done my apprenticeship. And then in that time, I thought I was training. So I was working and then going back home and training, and I loved it. I loved training anyway.
To train and do that.
Yeah, so I was labouring, lifting how many bricks a day and mixing and doing that. And then I was going home, and then I was going to a place called Glynneath, and I was going to the leisure centre.
Glynneath.
And I loved it, and just loved training, like weights and stuff, because before that, I'd done like boxing and different stuff.
Yeah.
Down in Swansea. And yeah, just loved it. And I thought, I can do this. I want to teach people, but I didn't want to stand behind a reception desk. So I done my level 2. So I asked the guys in Glynneath, I said, what do I need to do to get into the industry? They said, do your level 2 first, level 3. And they told me what to do. And this was when, I can't remember how old I was, but I think I was like 17, 18 maybe. And from there, I done my level 2. It took me 12 weeks down to Neath after work, once a week. And then I had some coursework to do. So I completed that, level 2. And then I was teaching spinning. So I was teaching in a place called Pontardawe, which was a leisure centre. And they had me teaching, I think, twice a week.
Yeah.
So I went in there, and it was a brand new class. And I think I had 5 people for the first one. And this class, Rob, it's not like London. It was a hall. It was a sports hall, right? And you had to put a bike on the stage. I think was it a stage? No, I lie. It wasn't a stage. It was like in front of the room, right? This is how big this hall was. And there was 20 odd bikes then. It didn't even fill the room. It was the atmosphere. There was no atmosphere. So the first time I done spin, I had I had 5 people in. And they were all die-hard people that have been going to this gym for years and years and years. The next class, I filled the class. There was 30 people in there. So I was like, wow, kind of hit my confidence. I was like, this is good. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'd done this for a few months, and I took over a circuits training class. I think that's why I done circuit training, because I had to have the qualification of how to teach a circuit, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, years ago. So I took over that class. We used to have over 100 people in a circuits class.
Whoa.
in a leisure centre, right? And I was like, yeah, this was amazing, right?
Yeah.
In Pontardawe Leisure Centre in Swansea.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can do this. Well, anyway, I don't think many people know this next bit. So this woman turned up in my class, in my spin class, and said, done the class. And after the class, I'd be the last one out talking to people. I walked out to the class and this woman was waiting for me. And I thought, oh, what does she want? Because everybody just talks to me, says, great, thanks, see you next week. And that was it. And she was waiting for me. I won't name her name because she's still a manager in this different place, right? And she waited for me. And she said, hi, Scott. She said, my name is so-and-so, so-and-so. And she said, I've been sent over here by, at the time, it was Esporta Health Clubs. I've been sent over here because we have members coming from our gym to do your spinning class. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. She said, is there any chance that we can have a meeting at Esporta on a certain day, certain time? I said, yeah, no problem at all. Anyway, they wanted me to start working for them, like kind of poaching me kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
From there, they offered me to become a fitness instructor. Virgin Active then took over. And then I went through all my level 3 or my national diplomas and different stuff like that in nutrition. Done all the courses under the sun, as probably you can remember.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's how I became a PT.
Yeah.
And then I was there for like years and years until I left to work for cruise ships.
Aren't they?
Yeah, but that's how I came in.
You know those first so I was at Holmes Place, then Virgin Active bought them out. And they must have gone on an absolute spree and bought everyone. I think it's bought around Holmes Place and bought at the same time, if I'm right.
Yeah, they kind of, yeah, they were like, they just basically took over.
Because I remember talking about sports. So I just remember those days of going, oh, can I go on this course? Yeah, cool. We've got you qualified in kettlebells.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Everything. I think I've even got a hula hoop qualification, which I don't know.
Mate, I've done so many courses with them guys, right, with Virgin Active. And I remember one that stands out for us is we launched, remember when Usain Bolt was like the guy, like unbelievable. And then Virgin or Richard Branson got involved with Usain, and he was a Puma athlete. Yeah, and all Virgin Active's gear was Puma, wasn't it? Yeah, you remember? We used to have trainers, shorts, everything. All the and we launched a class called Puma Faz. Can you remember that?
No,
can't remember that. So we had a lot to do with that, as in, I was chosen as one of 2 per club in a certain area, and we had to go. I can't remember where we went actually. I think it was like near Cardiff or somewhere, and it was a day's course how to teach this Puma Faz. Well, anyway, this is the way now the fitness industry has gone. So it was all about 30-minute class, HIIT, kind of training like an athlete, but you were going through different stages of the class, of the routine. So it'd be like pre-season, season, off-season, and then every quarter they would change the activity. So that's where I learned about things like fascia, releasing fascia with a tennis ball, because that was a quarter.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was so good. They kind
That's
of,
brilliant.
VA kind of, they've done a lot of good to the industry, as in they've tried so many things. Yeah. They've kind of tried anything, which is good.
They weren't afraid to try anything. Like they would.